How's everybody doing tonight? It's Jim Prevost and
Bobby Bott.
here for Embrace the Shake. We'll start off with a little beach music tonight. Sorry we're running so late, but we went out to Kelly's in Blacksburg and had supper with Cirilla Green and John Green. And just had a good time getting together, talking, and visiting. And we've both known John over 40 years.
Yes.
So
great man, great couple.
Yeah.
Just really down to the earth, super friend.
Yeah. I got some of my family on tonight. Dan Pachaco, he's a cousin by marriage, be second cousin once removed. Danny Huggins, who's a law enforcement officer at Limestone College. I can't say enough about our law enforcement at Limestone.
No,
Those
absolutely.
guys are just every night laying it out there, keeping us safe, man, on the street. There's Aileen Ward.
There you go. Hello.
Aileen, Limestone College, having the big weekend this weekend, homecoming weekend. And so we're going to have a good time tomorrow night. It's a big dance down at the Palmetto Club, or excuse me, Piedmont Club down in Spartanburg. I hope they don't throw me out for getting the wrong name there, but I do have Parkinson's, so I can blame it on that. And then we got the football game on Saturday. Bobby the Bull.
There you go.
Alex Lathrop picked up Bobby the Bull Bott.
Hello, beautiful
Alex.
thing.
Alex is one of my former students, wonderful young lady.
I can obviously say it is weird being on this side and seeing the names coming up like I'd be doing on my phone at home. It's like, oh my God.
Bob's kind of living a dream right now. He's on television.
There'll be some songs later if you want.
That's right. Nobody suggests anything Billy Joel. He'll start singing. Bob has been kind enough to come down this Wednesday, a day earlier than he normally does on homecoming weekend. Spent some time in my couple of my classes today, and of course, he went around his old campus and visited some people. Bob, why don't you kind of share your experience a little bit with the students in the athletic training program at Limestone?
You know, it was very surreal being in a classroom, which I haven't been in 40 years. And obviously the building that we were in was new from when we were here. And just being in a classroom, obviously I've seen Jim work with a lot of people over the years and on here, and to see him dealing with kids. Everything is on their laptop, which is kind of unusual for me. I mean, I do laptops at work, but seeing these kids doing that and some taking notes, and is kind of it's a peaceful, easy feeling being on campus again. And to think that it was a couple of years ago, it was really enjoyable. It's always great to walk around the campus, and always great to see some great friends that are that work at the school, and always feel welcome. It's I'm looking forward to getting down there tomorrow for the barbecue at lunchtime, and then of course the dinner at night. You know, it should be a blast. You know, I look forward to this trip every year, and it never disappoints. You know, it's hard for some people to get here, but it's the people that can get here. We just managed to embrace, if I can steal the word, the brotherhood and family and long relationships that we've had, and it just touches me, you know, putting up with this damn Yankee.
Firsthand, like I said, we've known each other for 42 years, and we were roommates, and we coached together at Limestone. And we've been forever in touch, and attended each other's weddings and stayed in touch on the kids. There's Kay Bradshaw.
Yep.
Kay,
and Big John.
Big John's on tonight via Sorella. There's Alicia Clinton. Crystal Lancaster, you had her in rehab class today. Not like a rehab class, you know, where you go for 90 days and you become sober. It was the sports medicine rehab. So, Bob, share with everybody, if you would, what your experience was like seeing your fraternity brother interact with his students, but how they interacted with Moose, the service dog, and and how they kind of look out for me while I'm there at the college.
It's very obviously there's signs all over the building, and realizing what's going on, and just just like when I came down, we had a process of me getting to know Moose, and now he's my new best friend. I think he may want to go home with me. And you know, there's just so much respect that the young adults have for Jim and Moose. It's very gratifying to see that, because we know the respect goes both ways. You know, they understand what Moose's job is. They understand how difficult some of this stuff is on Jim. And I'm sure he has good days and bad days. Thank God today was a good day. And he put up with me with a few snide comments, but you know, that's what we've done over the years.
Yeah.
You know, it's you know, that's what brothers do. You know, kibitz each other, and you know, it's always good. And I guess I mentioned this before to Jim. The amazing thing that I know he's always had, because we had it when we coached softball, that some of the students just come right to his office and just like, hey, Dr. Prevost, I need help. And that's all it takes. And, you know, Jim gives just always 110%. And there's never a no to somebody that needs help. And the most important thing is it's good advice. And it does help them. And, you know, we were in there earlier today, and a couple young ladies came in, and they were kind of troubled with about a test they had to take. And of course they both passed with flying colors, because, you know, they just, you know, they have a great mentor and teacher, and, you know, his never quit attitude is just inspiring to, I'm sure, everybody in the class.
You're awfully kind with your words there. Alex has a question for us tonight. Alex Lathrop is, does the company always train rescue dogs to be a service dog to help other people with disabilities? Alex, the answer is yes, and the answer is also no. There's also companion dogs. Kayvon Hanna says the Bulls in the Carolinas.
Yes.
Alex, there are companion dogs, and I do have sources to help get companion dogs that would work well with people that have disabilities that don't require disability assistance. At the same time, there are therapy dogs. There's Diane Bigelow. Hello, Diane.
Hey, Diane.
She played for you, did she not?
Yes, for us.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Alex, for example, folks with autism, there are autistic dogs that are trained to help with autism. There are also companion dogs, as I've mentioned, you know, like your best friend dog, but they're highly trained best friend dogs. At the same time, there's Ken Dunfield.
Yes.
At the same time, Alex, if you would like for me to help you find a dog, I'd be willing to do that. You know, all that you've done for me, I just feel the payback is there. And get in contact with me if you're interested, and I can help you get a dog, and it will be either very little or no cost at all. So thanks for your question there, Alex. I appreciate you. Next thing, Bob, I'd like for you to talk about is just, you know, talk a little bit about yourself and your family, so they kind of get to, you know, build that online relationship a little bit.
Well, Bobby Bott, originally from Bloomfield, New Jersey. That's how it's pronounced, Bloomfield.
Okay.
Moved down to Bricktown in 1987 with my wife, and then I have two beautiful daughters that are the apple to my eye, and Alyssa, the older one, is married to Michael, and we just had an engagement the last couple of weeks, and moving forward with a wedding with Miss Corey. Okay. Well, I'm good.
You go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And oh God, this is dangerous. He's letting me talk. It's trouble. My daughter Corey got engaged, and we're moving forward with a wedding in 2021. I came down to the Rock to play golf. You know, I didn't want to be 39 for the 21st time and say I never kind of followed my dream to play golf, and then got down here, and this guy Jim something picked me as a roommate because they had to pick up a roommate for the resident assistant, right? Was that the exact title? And so he picked this damn Yankee, and we just, the first night that, we're not going to go into that. I'll save that. But
we're not going to talk about the Arsenal.
We're not going to talk about the Arsenal and police and
excuse me, sheriff.
Oh, sheriff. What? Excuse me. We don't have. We don't. Well, we have county sheriffs.
The high sheriff.
Yeah, the high sheriff. But we won't go into that. But that night, a bond was created that was just amazing. The kinship that was brought about, and just, you can't predict this stuff. When I walked in that door, it was just like, as soon as my parents said, Bob, here, have a beer. Because I was good around my parents. It's like, have a beer. And we had a great night that night. And, as they say, the rest is history. So I can go on forever, but
we're sponsored tonight by Virgil's Root Beer.
But go ahead.
So Bob's dad, I met Bob's dad, and I learned later on when we were rooming together that Bob's father had received a Silver Star.
And Bronze Star.
And Bronze Star for his valor in combat during
World War II. Battle of the Bulge.
That's
like
right.
Both of us are doing now.
Right. Yeah, but his unit was actually in the rear coming down off of combat action, and they gathered him up. He took his M1 and 100 rounds, and they went to the woods, and he stayed there and about froze to death.
Yep.
The greatest generation. I mean, do we need to say anything else about those guys?
No, not at all.
Bob, he mentioned how we met and how our families merged,
Right.
And then one time Bob decided he wanted to leave for Limestone a little early, so he just showed up at the Prevost house in Alexandria, Virginia. And Bob, I think my dad would answer the door.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, your roommate's here."
Huh.
So Bob came and stayed a couple of days, and we just had a great time. And it's just been real tight since. And the reason I want to underline all of that is, and I'm sorry my head's down so much, I'm just kind of having a hard time keeping it up right now, is that Bob was one of the first people I told that I had Parkinson's disease. Hello, Eleanor. The only way we get through any of this stuff is the support network we talk about. So when Bob said he was coming down a day early, he wanted to get involved in the boxing class. And so last night he came to the Parkinson's Alzheimer's boxing class. And remember now, names are confidential.
Yes.
So tell them about your experience with the ParkieBoxers.
Well, I tell you what, we discussed this last night, and there's one battle we're all going to lose at some point in our lives, and that's, our lives. And to be in a room full of people that, at different levels of Parkinson's.
Yeah, we had all 5 levels last night.
And and just the fight and the will to win is inspiring. You look at these people, and it's easy to quit. Everybody, we all go through that at times, and especially with this guy, what he does, he is such a humble man, and those who've known him over the years know all of what he has done, and he would be mad at me if I, said everything, but let's just say he's American hero, and he keeps proving that over and over again.
Sergeant Rooney,
with what he did last night. He's pulling guys out of chairs just to give them the will, keep that will to fight going. And we're punching bags, and, it's just awe-inspiring to watch these people that will never quit, and just to take that to the level of here I'm pretty healthy, thank God, at 39 for the 21st time. And to say, well, God, these guys, they could just stay at home. But Jim inspired them to come out and just say, hey, you know what? Give this a shot, and let me help. Nobody's going into the ring and fight, but they're fighting in the ring called life. I guess is the best way I can put it. And they're playing their Rocky music, and they're just it's just amazing. I could go on and say more and more about these people, but it's just awe-inspiring. I'll just stop there. But it's just
Okay.
Anything Jim asked them to do, push them a little bit, and every one of them after the class had said, "Thank you so much because it made me feel better."
Yeah.
In every way, whether it's I guess some endorphins kicking in. Lord
Sure.
knows I'm not an expert on any of that stuff, but
Kathy Rogers.
Yeah. But no, everyone felt good and say, oh, and we actually had one couple that came, that was that their first time,
Yes.
and they felt bad that they're going away and can't come to the next one.
Yeah, we're gonna be gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, but even still, just like to take that away and just say, God, I want to keep doing this, but I have other things I have to do, and I can hardly wait to get back. Is just a testament to everything that Jim has created here. So if anybody knows an arena that's available for use on a Wednesday night, we had heard that there's a bunch of other people that want to get involved, and it's just amazing. So.
Well, thank you again. You're going to make my head swell, and there'll only be one on this screen. But I just want to thank Brian Jones out of Strike Fit, and he's been so kind to accommodate us for the Parkinson's, Alzheimer's boxing. We are also very fortunate, and I have his permission to do so. But Dr. Klein, my neurologist, was there last night participating in the boxing. And was really just an inspiration to have your physician step in and be involved and participate as much as he did. And Bob talked about pushing, and Daryl Crawford's on tonight. I interviewed Daryl a while back, and he had an inspirational story. And it's guys like Daryl and everybody else and the caregivers that come that drive it, that drive us to do better every day, and to watch those guys, they're the heroes.
Oh, that's true. Joke. That's true.
Because when I see Daryl, I talk with him. We're good, close friends, even though we've known him there just a little while.
Yeah.
Then one day I'll be there, and I'm going to learn how to act and how to get through life when I go into that stage of my Parkinson's, should that ever happen. But the good thing about it is I see them getting better every week, and therefore if they're getting better, I'm getting better in the outlook, and my loved ones are glad that we're involved in that, and that's imperative to the healing process of the family. Because remember, with Parkinson's, and I've said this many times, Daryl, jump in on that if you'd like, and Becky as well. We lose one thing every day, and it's not something as a whole, but we lose a piece of something that we'll never get back. So we're always doing the hacks, and those are the things that kind of get us by. Like right now, tonight, you're not seeing it because my hands are below, but Bob, I'm pretty agitated right now.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
And I went and got a root beer, but I had to get up and get away because my legs are getting real restless, and that's just part of it. So we'll just deal with it.
You shouldn't have done those cartwheels.
I
try to tell him not to, but he needed to listen.
So Bob, tell everybody, if you would, just briefly how you learned about us having Parkinson's in the house, because my wife is just as much of it as I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the disease, but she keeps me straight.
Yeah.
She don't have a whole lot to work with.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Poor
And
lady. I feel bad.
well, I'll be nice. I won't say that's the comment about chicken stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But no, it was actually another trip down, and we sat and we talked, and you know, I was flabbergasted, just because everyone that knows Jim knows how what a fighter he is, and how he's always tried to take care of his body, and and just it was just like I knew, we all know a little bit about Parkinson's from Michael J. Fox, but we really don't know. I know I don't personally know anyone with Parkinson's until now, and actually I know a lot of people. And it was just like, well, what's next? It's just, obviously then he started telling more and more people. And I guess the best thing I can say, which we saw it last night with the caregivers, I'm sure I should have mentioned them. It's just amazing that the person that you are, all it took was just to say, I need help. And I really think that that's the key with anyone that finds out that they have something like this. You know what? We don't go through life alone. We build relationships over the years. And I think most of us really have a good support group. And when you have that, people are always willing to help if you just ask. I think that's one of the most important things is, you don't have to do this alone. And it's really, it's simple, but it's not, because it's hard for a lot of proud people to say, I can't be the man or woman I was, and I need help. And like as I said, spouses, girlfriends, friends, fraternity brothers, crazy guys from New Jersey will be there in a heartbeat. And the beauty of all this technology you have today, I think I missed one of your shows, but then I watched it on the rerun. It's just I really don't know what to say beyond that. But so go ahead.
Yeah. Today we had a good day.
Yeah, great day.
Pretty good day. Bill Rooney would probably build an arena for
Okay.
us.
Okay.
Dawn Summer Graham, that's Bill Graham, brother
Okay.
Bill Graham's lovely wife, Dawn. What I was going to get back safe when I go brain blank on me. What did you observe today during the course of the day with us that you saw moments of Parkinson's and then you didn't see moments? What did you see?
Well, I guess I can actually go back to last night.
Right, okay.
Because last night was kind of a very, very strenuous night, and then we're cleaning up afterwards, and we're putting the boxing gloves away, and you were shuffling, and you know what? You gave your all like you always do, and it got to the point it was like, okay, you're tired. You still went out to dinner, got up, you got up, went to classes, taught classes. Actually, I was quite impressed that I was expecting that you would have gotten more tired during the day, but you really didn't show it. But by the end of the day, we're to the point now, you can definitely see it. Like I said, this is the first time his hands were shaking. I think it's just the whole fact that now that the day is done, because they have to entertain me. It was a great time, and and the, like I said, with the love that I have for Marianne and Jim, and of course my best friend Moose, it's just very it's a lot of weird dynamics, but it's all good because it all starts with love, and that's really where it begins. And take care of your friends, take care of your family, because, as they say, tomorrow's never promised.
Yeah.
Today's a gift, so enjoy it. And, that's the way I look anytime I get down here, to hang out with these guys. It's just amazing. Unfortunately, some of the brothers can't make it this weekend because of tragedies. And, it's a shame, and they're going to be missed. But, we start making plans for next year.
Sure.
Or maybe even sooner. You never know. Might be the bull coming south in early spring.
Be fine with us. You got your room back.
Yeah,
there.
now I got a room. I'm good to go.
Yeah. Brother Don.
Hey, Don.
I'd like to make about you two ugly mugs. I'm going to ask a strange question, Bob, and then, we're
No, that wasn't me.
okay.
Okay.
When you were at Parkinson's, Dave Hedgepath and I went to high school together. Hey, Dave, thanks for coming on. I thought I saw Jim Sherman. Hey, Troop, 10th Mountain. Was it kind of not awkward? That's the wrong word. When the Parkinson's class started coming together and folks of different levels of disability started coming in the room, did you feel a little bit uncomfortable, or not uncomfortable? Did it just seem like, well, how do I act? What do I say? What do I do? And I know that you have experience in your profession of being professional sales and customer service. You work with people of all, we like to say, flavors.
Yeah.
But did it seem odd for you?
Well, I guess what I can say was my mom was a nurse.
Right.
So I kind of have that maybe gene in me. And just, I guess I'll go, well, I keep hearkening back to you, but that's where it all comes from, because I was just basically following your lead. I didn't see people that had problems coming in the door. I saw people that were looking there to get help. And, that's the way I addressed it. Anything you asked me to do, we worked out. And, I got hit a couple times hard in a bag, but, thank God I didn't fall down. And so far I haven't broken anything yet. So those who know the saga of the bull, that's always a good thing. But, that's the way I try to look at the people there last night. They're there for help, and they're, and they're fighters. Like I said before, they're fighting, and we were putting boxing gloves on and seeing guys that were struggling to even come in the door and punch a bag. That's a true fighting spirit.
Yeah. Angela Connor, also known as AC, is on now. Angela is responsible, along with Eric Ennis and Howard and Lisa Young and many, many other people, for bringing Moose into my life. And Angela is with Rescue 22.
Okay, yes.
And I was challenged to do the Rescue 22 challenge, and I do the same for everybody online tonight. If you have a dog, I challenge you to do 22 squats with your dog in hand. Each squat represents each veteran that we lose every day to suicide. So if you have an animal, a dog, as we would say in the South, grab them up and do 22 squats, and each repetition represents the veteran that we lose at that time from suicide. And every dollar that I know of, Rescue 22, goes to helping veterans with disabilities and their loved ones receive a canine, a dog, that has been trained to meet their specific needs. That's right, Sergeant Rooney, there's way too many. There's way too many veterans.
Yeah, it's a horrible shame.
And
you guys are true American heroes that give for our country every day and protect our borders and our country.
Sergeant Rooney has some downrange time, rolled in the sand a little bit. And Angela, I can't say enough from the Prevost family. Thank you, what you've done for me and my friends. All right, lessons learned, Bob. Lessons learned. Lessons learned today. You know, our younger generation catches hell. They tell them that they're self-centered, that they're social media driven, they're about the popular culture and what's popular. What did you see today as you toured Limestone's campus? What did you see today that would dispel those rumors?
I guess I could really reference to a few things actually. One being in the classroom behavior of just a lot of the kids were just giving their all, and you know, as I said, I have not being in that situation a long time. Although I still in my job, we still do trainings and stuff, and it's just they're very focused people, and to see that there's still a lot of young people that are really wanting to make the best out of themselves. And then, of course, it was 97 degrees down here today.
97 degrees.
And I don't know a lot of the sports coaches down here, but we were leaving campus, I guess, around 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. And I was waiting for Jim to finish some stuff up that he had to do. And I go outside, and there's these kids training in it. And he said they were lacrosse players and some other kids. And it's like, it's 97 degrees. And these kids are running, I guess, like, I don't know, 30, 40 yards. It's like, I'm good. You know, and just the dedication to sport. Where we were, there's the gym right next door, and it was constantly buzzing. These guys are trying to make great physical specimens out of themselves, and as well as great mental specimens. And because I do have a lot of great people down there, and as we just found out, Limestone is becoming a university next year.
Right.
And that's just amazing when you think about it. What it was when we were here, you know, just a few sports teams, and every hall you turn down, there's another couple of coaches, and like, oh my God, you know, just and somewhat a little bit overwhelming. And you know, we went to the cafeteria for lunch, and there were some very large people in there.
Not necessarily large out front.
No, large, big, and you know, so I'm pretty sure I won't have to play football on Saturday.
Right. So did you like the dynamics of respect between the professors and
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see a lot of that just because we were just mainly with you, but what little other stuff I did see, you know, there's just a real connection, I guess is the best way to put it, with the teachers and the professors at the Rock, because I think that's the culture that's cultivated there now, to where it's all about everyone getting better and being the best that they possibly can be.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt, in every aspect of their lives. And that's a real inspiration to see that when I'm walking around the campus, all the changes, all the positive changes, all the buildings, all the stuff that's coming is just amazing, from the little limestone college that we went to 4 years ago.
Yeah, 42 years ago. I know that a lot of our content has not been about Parkinson's tonight. Sometimes you got to get away from that ugly stuff, but at the same time, you know, I wanted to pay some homage to my good brother here, Bob, who has been just a great support through my entire life, and as more as we go through this in our house and some other things that we're dealing with as well. And at the same time, you know, hopefully it's an inspiration to those that he meets every day at Limestone while he's here. The young folks that he meets is like, wow, I hope I have some of that 40 years down the road. Another thing is, as time progresses on in all of our lives, we will change. And if the phone call comes from New Jersey, hey, I need your help, we're on the move. And that's not because we took the brother's oath over 42 years ago. It's because that's what friends do. That's what, you know, real friends are like. And when somebody tells me, you know, this is my best friend, first thing I want to ask them is, have you ever been in a tight spot with that person? Have you ever put your life in their hands? Do you know that they will stay there no matter what happens? And you know what their dedication and loyalty is to you? Are they willing to sacrifice everything? That's what you got to ask yourself when you have a friendship. The other thing is, and this comes from the Parkinson's boxing class, you know, I thought I was pretty self-motivated and kind of a hard charger. And I've been down the rabbit hole a couple of times on some things, you know, first with PTSD and then this kind of stuff. And you know, I look at the folks that I box with, and their courage is the motivator. Their courage, and then to watch my family watch what's happening to me. That's a courage point as well. And it's okay to take courage points from people, and it's not using their energy. It's learning about courage. And you know, John Wayne said it best. You know, courage is when you fall off the horse and you get back up and get right on it again. And that's the thing, is that with Parkinson's, every day is a challenge, and weird things happen. You know, sometimes in class when I'm talking, I drool. And my students don't even call attention to it. It's just Doc drools. And that's okay. And sometimes when I talk, I spit some because my tongue goes weird. And that's okay. I apologize. Oh, no problem, Doc. That's just the way it is. And I stumble sometimes, and then some days you couldn't tell I had Parkinson's. And some students have said, why does he even have a dog? He doesn't look like he has Parkinson's. Well, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get there, so I look like it. But all in all, you know, my experience in Limestone College has been nothing but living the dream. And it is tough sometimes, and I come home agitated and aggravated that with what things that go on at the college. But you know what? It's because I have such a terrible time trying to create change. And that change is a change in somebody's mind about an idea in the classroom, or a thought, or a perspective on something, or I feel like I failed my student by not getting a certain content level driven across. And, you know, I've only got a certain amount of time, just like the rest on this earth. But when you have something like I have, and Daryl has, and Becky has, who's on again tonight, you know, Becky's been on a couple of times. We look at life a little bit differently. Like, we got a set amount of time, and we don't know when that is, but we got to live every minute to the fullest. And you know, if you have somebody that's going through something deep, and man, just get beside them and just ride it out with them, because that's what they need. And I know Marianne and I look really forward to going to boxing on Wednesday nights and seeing our friends, our new friends that we've made, and getting together with them and cutting up and laughing and cutting Parkie jokes. And you know, I'm proud to announce that we do have a T-shirt sponsor, and that individual is doing the shirts for us for almost nothing. That individual's business will also be advertised on our shirt, and then I'm going to start selling those shirts, and I'm going to tell you exactly where the money's going, okay? And it's not Parkinson's related. I am going to send all of the money that we make on our T-shirts, okay, that we will make on our T-shirts will go to Rescue 22. And some folks may say, well, my gosh, you're selling Parkinson's T-shirts and you're giving money to Rescue 22. Well, I'm going to tell you exactly why. I have a friend of mine that lives in Texas, okay? And he is a multiple tour combat veteran. And he was involved in a very serious IED blast. It rolled his vehicle and damaged him. It wrecked his brain. In addition to the multiple exposures to rifle fire, multiple explosions after that. And he was retired from the military medically because he could not do his job as an infantryman anymore. He lost a marriage because of his disease. And because he laid it out on the line and lost his job, he is now medically disabled, and he has Parkinson's. And the Parkinson's is related to the multiple head injuries and related to the multiple exposures to rifle fire. He's losing his hearing. He has Parkinson's. He has terrible tremors. He's under 40 years old, and he already has a deep brain stimulator. And there's hundreds and hundreds of men and women like that in the military right now coming out. So I feel that it is imperative that if they have something that is service connected, and hopefully these dogs will reach our Parkinson's warriors. And also Angela is good enough to extend her time out to help the siblings and the children of veterans that need dogs as well that have disorders. So I'm pledging every bit of money that we receive for t-shirts, and I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to have the cost of the t-shirt and how much this was paid and then where that money goes. I'm going to be openly transparent. All of that money is going to Rescue 22 so we can get more dogs out to people that are trained. So effective, I would say probably the 1st of November, the first line of shirts will go out. I'll have an advertisement. You can pay on PayPal. We'll set all that up. And then that will go into an account that is earmarked right for Rescue 22. I won't have to touch anything except to cover the cost of the shirt. There is no profit whatsoever. So if the shirt costs $5, it'll be a $10 shirt, and the $5 goes to Rescue 22. And that's an example. I may make them a $22 shirt representing the 22 veterans that we lose every day to suicide. What's that say, Bob? I can't read it.
I need 2 minutes to talk. You can't read my writing whenever you're done.
So I'm going to shut my mouth right now. Bob's got 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then we're going to call it a night.
Okay. Well, we've gone through quite a bit together. Initially, we were roommates first, then fraternity brothers, and then we coached. And there's something I've always, a great picture I've always cherished of me and Jim coaching together. And I've looked at it, and then I got inspired, and I'm going to do something right now. Hold on 1 minute.
I guess Bob's leaving.
No, I'll be back.
So I'll hold it. Anyway, we will do Parks and Boxing next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock at Strike Fit on West Warren Street in Shelby, North Carolina. Next Thursday night, we will have, oh my God. Next Thursday night, we will do Embrace the Shake again, and I'm going to have a guest on. I probably will have an individual on that has Marfan syndrome or another brother. Look at this.
Some folks have seen this shirt from many years ago. So it was time to update it. So with the help of Kelly Curtis, we have new shirts. I hope it's going to fit you because I mean they may or may not have got the right size. And of course, nothing without the hat.
Oh, where'd you get that?
Kelly Curtis.
Oh my gosh.
She's the one that kept the secret. You don't know how hard it was to go up and get those shirts while you were teaching today.
You got the picture on your phone.
Yes, I do.
You got to show them.
So we will. Oh yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
So
he's going to show you a picture from 42 years ago. Hey, Marcus, good to see you.
You have one and I have one. So we will be recreating the pictures. I thought about finding the polyester coaching pants.
They don't make those anymore.
But yeah, well, they still have the shorts, I think. I think I blew his mind with this. Now if I can just find it. It's trouble finding this.
Oh my gosh. Well, it'll take you 30 minutes and we don't have that long.
Yeah. Well, anyway, on that note, what I'll do is if we can find somebody, some child that knows how to operate a computer and putting two pictures together, we'll take the picture and put the old one up there. I'll send it to Jim because I have it on my Facebook, but we're a couple of these lack of technology old guys. I think I saw an abacus in the other room. I know I have one at home. For those of you that don't know what abacus is, Google it.
Google
on Facebook, as I would say to my daughters, and they would say, "What are you talking about that?" But anyway, lastly, I feel blessed to be here. I feel honored to be on this show. I felt honored to be there last night. Actually, that's yours. So well, here, let's at least do this shot. And then the other ones will
Did
come.
Mary Ann know about that?
No, nobody knew nothing about it except for Kelly and whoever else she got them through. And then we had some of our softball ladies on here tonight. Believe me, it was driving me crazy. So on our way down, Kelly texted me, when are you going to be around? And I'm saying, well, I don't, I'll try to get over there. So I went over there at 10 o'clock, got the shirts, and then they were in the truck. Those gray shirts were wrapped. This was wrapped in those gray shirts.
All right.
So when we came in from the car, he said, "Oh, show me what you got." Say, not right now. Let me run into the bathroom real quick. So they were hanging in the closet, and I was waiting for the right moment. And so anyway, it's all about love, honor, and respect. Take care of the ones you love. Hug them and kiss them. And you know what? It's all about family. Your parents took care of you when you were a kid, and you just got to take care of your parents as best as you can, because they were, there for you in a heartbeat, and they need you, and none of us goes through this alone. So just God bless and love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Like I said, next Wednesday night, we are going to be, I'm trying to find the song here. We're going to be doing Parkinson's Boxing at Strike Fit, West Warren Street, Chubby, North Carolina. Bring a friend if you'd like to come. At the same time, you don't have to have a motor disability. You don't have to have a cognitive disability if you just want to come and support and help out. Please come. Again, we'll have Embrace the Shake at probably 8 o'clock on Thursday night. Try to get it done a little bit earlier. So we're going to finish off tonight with a little music, walking up a one-way street. I'd like to say this to all the fellows out there. God bless America. God bless our law enforcement, EMS, and fire for keeping us safe throughout the day and night when we sleep. God bless Rescue 22. Thanks for having Bob on tonight, and we're just going to go ahead and finish it up with walking up a one-way street. Thanks a lot, Bob. You take care.
Here we go.
We can't find it again.
No, I had it. It's here somewhere. Here it is.
All right, there you go.
I don't know. Is that going to be glossy or just a minute? You going to pop the lights off? Yeah, that's a little bit better. So unfortunately, he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed, and I have, unfortunately. But God bless America.
All right, take care. Good night, buddy. And always remember, embrace the shake.
It was so exciting for Mary Ann, she fell asleep. You like that? Did you hear it? I guess. Did I get you?
Just a minute. This thing's being foolish.